welcome back to Jason's Acoustic Workshop. This is lesson 18 in the beginner series for acoustic guitar. And today we're going to be doing some picking techniques. We're going to be using our fingers to pick the strings. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, this first picking technique is one that I have developed. And I developed it for a reason. I call it the two-finger picking technique. Now you're going to be using your first finger and your thumb. Now I know what you're saying. Jason, your thumb is not a finger. Well, yes it is technically. I've heard people say 4 fingers and a thumb or 5 fingers. You call it what you want. I call it the two-finger picking technique. Alright. I'm sure everybody is familiar with string numbers. Correct? Alright, if you're not, let me go over it really super fast here. The top is your 6th string and the bottom is your 1st. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright? So, let's go ahead and start with the E chord. I'm sure everybody knows the E chord. I'm going to put the chord diagram right here. Alright. So, the thumb and your first finger. We're going to start off with 6, 1, 2. Okay? Here we go. 6, 1, 2. Very simple. 6, 1, 2. Now, you want your 3rd finger and your 4th finger on the guitar body to steady your fingers. Okay? And steady your hand, actually. Steady your hand. Because if you're doing it like this, your hand's going to be going back and forth like this. It's going to be harder to do this technique. So, you want to make sure you anchor those fingers onto the body of the guitar. That way you have a nice, firm grip, and that your hand doesn't shake. You don't want it floating all over the place. You want it stiff. Okay? So 6, 1, 2. 6, 1, 2. Now we're going to add a 6. 6, 1, 2, 6. 6, 1, 2, 6. Now we're going to add a 1, 2, 3, 4. 6, 1, 2, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, do it again. 6, 1, 2, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Make sure your fingernails are cut, because if not, it's going to slide off like that, and you don't want that. You want to be able to have a nice clear sound. So it's 6, 1, 2, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. 6, 1, 2, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Let me do it slow one more time. 6, 1, 2, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if you want to change it up a little bit, you can do 6, 1, 2, 6, 1, 2, 3, and instead of going to 4, you go to 2. Okay? 6, 1, 2, 6, 1, 2, 3, 2. You can add any combination. You can put pauses in between. Okay? You can go see that? Very simple. Now when you're doing an A, of course you can't do the 6th string, so it's just going to be 5. And what I like to use the A2, because it's so much simpler to go from A2 to E to D and all that. So that's a new chord, an A2. Okay? So we'll put that in the chord playlist. Go to D, So just try a whole bunch of combinations. You can do C, G. You can hit that top string twice, like that. C, go to F, okay? Now, the reason why I developed this technique is because there are times when I'm doing a song, I will have to pick at the beginning or in the middle, and then pull out my pick and start strumming, okay? So, I have the pick, as you can see, cupped between the two folds of my third finger, or second finger, I'm sorry, second finger. Okay, so, like I said, let's do an E. See, I can't use all the other fingers because this one's stabilizing and this one's holding the pick. So, now, when you're going to strum, you can go. Now, you have to be quick. You got to be quick. All right? So that's why I developed that two-finger technique. Now, let's go to the second technique. All right, this next picking technique is going to require 4 fingers. You're going to use your thumb first, second, and third. Your 4th finger will not be used. All right, so we're going to assign your thumb the top 3 strings, the 6th, 5th, and 4th. Now, your other ones, your first finger is going to be on the 3rd string, second finger is going to be on the 2nd string, and your 3rd finger is going to be on the 1st. Okay, so we're going to do E. Now, basically, your thumb is acting as a bass. Okay. Now, we're going to do the numbers. Here we go. It's going to be 6, 3, and then 2 and 1 are going to be played at the same time. Okay? Like that. 6, 3, 2, 1. 6, 3, 2, 1. Now, when you do that, we're going to add another one. It's going to be 6, 3, 2, 1, 3. Okay? This is why the 2-finger picking technique is important when you're doing other ones. Okay? I'm going to speed it up a little bit. Now, what you want to do is you want to go from the 6th to the 5th to the 6th to the 5th for the thumb, okay? Or you can stay on the 6th if you want to, or you can go to the 5th. Okay, let me do that really slow for you. 6, 3, 2, 1, 3. Alright, let's speed it up. Now you want to go to E, to A, to D. Okay? Here we go. So D, you're still going to have the 3, 2, 1, but your thumb's going to be on the 4th. That's why I assigned the thumb the 6th, 5th, and 4th. And then A2. Okay. So the A can be the 5th and 4th, or it could be the 5th and 6th. Or you can go, it doesn't matter. So let's go through it real quick. E, A2, D, A2, E. And that is your second picking technique. Alright, those are some of the strumming techniques that I use, the two basic ones. And the reason why I developed those is because sometimes when you're playing a song, you're picking the song at first, and then you have to go into a strumming type style. So there had to be a way, instead of having your, let me get the guitar here, being that I have the pick right here, I didn't want to be picking and then have to come over here and grab it, although it is convenient, but it just takes too long. It takes too long. So if you have it like this and you're picking, boom, it's right there. It goes right back, boom, okay? That's why I developed this picking technique, so you can be faster. And we're going to be doing some songs when we get into the intermediate course. We're going to be doing some songs where you're going to be doing some picking, and all of a sudden you're going to go into a strumming pattern. And also, when you do that kind of stuff, it accentuates the emotion of the song. It could be a really sad song using an E minor, A minor, and then all of a sudden into a strumming pattern where it's G and C, and it's happy. The possibilities are endless. I mean, I have a couple of songs that I've done, some originals, that I'm going to be putting in these lesson plans. So, and you can see how I do it. We're going to be doing some palm muting techniques. We're going to show you how to use the capo in the next lesson, okay? Because you need to learn how to use that. Okay, I can tell you that right now. Lesson 19 is going to be about the capo. All right, so practice an hour a day at least, okay? And while you're practicing the picking, also practice chords and everything else, the strumming patterns and everything, because we're going to be getting to more strumming patterns. I mean, there's a palm muting technique that I've developed where you can, it actually sounds like there's a bass, a guitar, and a drum set at the same time, okay? It's just you on the guitar. There's no looping involved. No looping, there's no bass, there's nothing. It just sounds like it. And that's what you want. If people are hearing a beat, and they're hearing a bass line, and they're hearing a guitar, they're going to get up and they're going to dance. And when they get drunk, they're going to be dancing even more. And people are just having a great time, okay? So, a lot of these techniques that I use are for a live setting. When it comes to recording in the studio, I'm not going to get into that. That's a whole different animal right there. Recording in the studio as opposed to recording live or even performing live, it's a whole different animal. Okay? There's no auto-tune. I don't use auto-tune. Don't believe in it. If you're going to do it, let your true voice come out. And also, some people have a hard time singing and playing. So you could say, oh, well, I'm getting better at the guitar, everything's going great, it's easy, and then all of a sudden you try to sing and something is conflicting. Either you go off beat or something happens. So you have to learn how to sing and play at the same time. Some people can, actually a lot of people can, and not a lot of people can. I mean, some people cannot do it. It's just the coordination is they can't do it. All right, so lesson 19, we're going to show you the capo and show you. So if you don't have one, go buy one. They're not very expensive, maybe $5, $6 depending on what kind you get. Just a simple, basic capo. Doesn't have to be anything snazzy, okay? Just something like this. Something like this. I mean, opens up. It's all you need. Nothing fancy. No frills, no thrills. Just a regular little capo. Alright, because we're going to be using this in the next lesson. And like I said, you can get them for like $5 or $6, depending on what brand you get. Alright? So like I said, subscribe to my channel, like this page, give it a big old thumbs up, and we're going to see you in the next lesson.